And we are back again. For the neighborhood film watch. We are Frank. All of your humble host, Brandon. And 100 grand set it off, Chris. Boy, look. Like I never left. And that's my man, 100 grand set it off, Chris over there.
What's up, baby? How y'all doing, man?
Doing great.
What's good? What's good?
What's up, homie?
And as y'all
What's
can
up,
see,
dog?
it's three faces on here today. We got a trifecta. You know what I'm saying? We got, the great, the honorable, the friend of the show, Big Game James in the building. James, tell the people who you are and what you do.
I'm Big Game James, BGJ for short. Check me out. I'm on the YouTube. You can check me out on Twitter with the same handle. I've been in these streets since 2017. Jumped out of
In
media
these
school, hopped
streets.
right in these streets. We stay in these streets. So
Stay in these
just
streets,
hopped out in
bro.
these streets. Started doing high school. I still do my high school thing. Started out doing high school. Really went hard with it. My
Right.
homie producer G, he was a Cowboys fan too, and then we just kind of hit the ground running. Made a lot of magic, doing the thing. We still here, and we back doing the thing, and we just trying to keep Cowboy thing alive. You feel me? Staying alive.
I wanted to save this for when we started, BGJ. Besides me, because it's a personal connection. You are my barber's favorite YouTuber or favorite content.
Ain't that
That's
crazy,
what's up.
right?
So
What's up.
I left the shop less than an hour ago, right? So I was like, yeah, man, I got Big Game James on the show tonight. He was like, send me the link as soon as you start. So I'm texting him right now.
That's dope.
That's crazy,
dope.
ain't it?
That's dope. Like, I mean, for real. Like, I'm honored on that type stuff. Like, I don't never get no big head with none of that stuff. That's
Right.
stuff when somebody says like that. That's just humbling to me, dog. That's just really humbling to me, and I salutes to that because that's dope.
For sure. So, fellas, we got a game tomorrow. When most people will be, getting their second, maybe even third, in my case, plate, of some turkey, some ham, in Chris's case, a little brisket.
No. The brisket only comes out at Christmas time. So I do a ham. I do a ham and a turkey breast. I'm gonna smoke a turkey breast tomorrow morning, and smoke the turkey breast, have it all nice and ready. The wife got to work, but I do a brisket for Christmas. So I always do a brisket for Christmas.
Fire. Oh, let me fix that. There we go. But we got a game tomorrow. So when people gonna be, maybe getting that food coma, the Dallas Cowboys will be playing the Kansas City Chiefs tomorrow. And when we looked at the schedule in the summertime, when things were rolling around, we looked at this stretch of 3, maybe 4 games as that gauntlet that could be really challenging, because not only are they 3 really strong teams, but it comes in that time where the Cowboys have to play a lot of games in a little amount of days.
No doubt. That stretch,
So-
the 3 games in 13 days stretch, which is always daunting for them, but it's built into being the Dallas Cowboys and being in the position they're in. So this is game. This is the one. This is the one you've been looking forward to, because you got you had the game with the Eagles last week, which is always good. We were supposed to get together with my man last week. He said, but it's always better to get together after a win. Feels good to get together after a win. But this one right here is huge, because every game now is a playoff game. Once we lose, we dive into the draft season. But this one is a big one to get in, and it kind of gives you your measure stick of where you're at. So we definitely want to get your insight on it, Big Game, and then and talk about it a little bit.
And so,
I mean,
Chris, I like the way that you worded it. Big Game, Chris, you said that this feels like a playoff game for both teams.
Every game's a playoff game. If there's not a game left, that's not a playoff game.
So, Big Game, how do you feel about both teams coming into this game?
Well, I mean, obviously you feel good about that Eagles game because they did something that I like. We were talking about off air. I hadn't seen them do. I had doubts. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna sit there in front. I ain't gonna sit there and lie. I know we was gonna come back. I called them. I said they were gonna win the game last week, but when I saw them down 21, I said, here we go again. These same old damn Cowboys doing the same old daggone thing. Oh, let me know what they're gonna do. Oh, they're gonna pass for all these yards. They're gonna come back and lose in the end. That's what my thought is, because that's what I've seen.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? The patterns and trends of what I've seen from this team. So that's what I go off. But you know what? They showed something different. But you know what else helps? When you got dogs. See, when you got dogs on the team, guess what? That helps you make a comeback. And that's what we've been screaming to the front office. Get us some dogs, please. Because see, when you got those regular average players, and they jump out on that lead, they're not coming back because they're going to crack on defense because those average players going to give it up. But when you got some dogs out there, that equals the playing field. So now we got to play football. So yes, obviously that's a great victory. You needed that victory because if you lost that game, I don't know, you might have been out the playoffs. You get what I'm saying? Just like Chris said, every game's a playoff game. So you feel great on that. And the only thing that I have my fears is the letdown because you had such an emotional high, spent so much energy in that game. Now you got to come back and play the Chiefs, who are playing for their playoff lives too.
Absolutely.
So it ain't like they coming in like they're going to be coming in like, we can let this slide. No, every game is a must-win game for them too. So they're coming in like this is a playoff game too.
Right.
So, Cowboys got to understand that. I think they do. But we got to come back with that emotion, not just smarts with the coaching and things of that nature, but we got to bring that emotion to the game. The fans got to be into it, but we got to be emotion. And I mean, keep it real. The two dogs that they got, Pickens and Williams, I believe, are the epitome of that. If you've been watching it, when those guys really start turning up and talking to people, it seems like the whole team kind of just grasps. We know what Dak brings, right? But now you got these new additions, and we've been screaming, or at least I have. Can we get somebody on the sidelines yelling at somebody? Can we get somebody making a play? Rah, rah, rah. Can we get some of that? Now we got some dogs that do that, and I like that.
Yeah, hey, I'm gonna echo the kind of going the same thing you say. I think you always knew what you were gonna get from Rain, but in that game on Sunday, just to go back to encapsulated, you watched CD kind of check out on you, and that had happened in the past before. To have somebody like George Pickens on the opposite side to step his game up to another level, and then on defense, like you said, have Quentin Williams be that way. Everybody on the overshown, guys like that saying, hey, we're going to continue to come back. But as you did the sounds of the game, Rain was constantly saying, stay in here. We're going to get back in this. Let's go forward. And it was other people saying it. That's what made the difference, man. And that's what made that comeback so crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. So Big Game, usually we do this in 2 videos, right? But with this being a short week, we're going to talk about both sides of the ball, in one session, as long as you got time for us. And if once it's your time, of course, let us know. We already talked about that. How can this Cowboys offense exploit the Chiefs defense? Big Game, I want you to start.
Well, obviously, I think we got 2 guys on the outside that's really going to challenge them. I think the biggest thing that we got a run game now, okay? And when you look at Javonte Williams, he's almost averaging 5 yards a carry, almost has 1,000 yards. The guy 845 yards. I think he's really been a catalyst. I think we really have to establish that run in this game. Obviously, we're going to throw the ball, but when you see Williams getting those tough, big, strong yards, you saw it in that Philly game. In that second half, he was getting big, strong gashes. We've missed that. Let's keep it real, fellas. We've missed something like that where your offensive line is gelling, right? You feel really good about that young offensive line. But when you actually got a running back that can actually hit that hole and punish that defense, that's what we need to do. We need to wear down that front. They got a dog up there and some Chris Jones. They got some guys out there. I can't remember his the defensive end, Carlotta, something with a K.
Yeah,
they got some guys in there.
Yeah, George Karlaftis.
Yes. So they got some guys. They got the linebacker back there. So they got some guys that can really challenge you. But I think we really need to really establish some run game in here. Williams got to have a big game. I think he needs to get at least 80 yards in this game or more. Because if we can really establish that run and really pound them, it's really going to open up other things underneath. You feel what I'm saying? And look for flow. I know we got Pickens and I know we got Lamb. Look for flow in this game. He be sneaky, dog. He might get some sneaky, big, tough catches. Because one thing I love about him, he made some big catches, dog, and I think he's ready for that moment too.
I'm gonna kind of echo what he's saying. I think you're going to have to establish a running game. If you go back and look at the Chiefs' defense, if you go back and look at the last 5 games, they gave up 25 yards against the Raiders. So I'm not even counting them because they can't run the football. But against Commanders, they were having it because they didn't have their quarterback at 60 yards. But when they started playing a team that had kind of both things, when they played Josh Allen and they played the Buffalo Bills, that defense was susceptible to everything. They ended up giving up. They gave up 200 yards in the air, but they have been kind of stingy. 60 yards rushing. They gave up 141 yards No, that was against Buffalo. That's when they got gashed. 263 in the air, 141 on the ground. That's when they got beat up. And then they kind of went back 59 and 74 the last couple of weeks, especially the last one against the Colts. That was the one with holding them to 74 yards is crazy because you knew Jonathan Taylor was really all they had, but they locked him up. So the running game is going to be paramount to get everything flowing so they can really start getting it to everybody we talk, getting it to Ferg, getting it to Lamb, getting it to Pickett, as well as flowing to it. I don't want Turpin to get the ball, but the other 4 guys can get the ball all they want. They get the ball all they want.
And I agree, Chris. They sold the farm to stop Jonathan Taylor last week, and they wanted Daniel Jones to beat him. They put everything on Daniel Jones beating him with their arm. They can't do that with Dak Prescott. Because if you choose to put everything up front, we got 2 guys on the outside and a very reliable tight end who can pick you apart. So I see Javonte Williams having a good game. I think he needs 104 yards to hit 1,000. I wouldn't be surprised if he got that this week.
I mean, if he
I'd like for him to get it.
Yeah, I mean, if he does that, then you've really set the tone for the game because now you got to drop a guy back. Then you get single safety high, and you got Lamb and CD. I mean, you got Lamb and Pickens on the outside. That's a nightmare for any team, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
And so
you know what though?
Go ahead.
You know what though? Cowboys really got to be ready because Spags, he's gonna throw the kitchen sink. He's gonna come with some stuff. So this is really gonna have to be a coaching game to me. Schottenheimer's really gonna have to be on his game Thursday. He's really gonna have to be on his game tomorrow because Spags is gonna throw all kind of stuff, tricky stuff. Disguising, blitzing. He's gonna come all different ways, but that pressure gonna keep coming. So that offensive line, what we talked about, that offensive line, you got Guyton that's going to be out. We're going to have a big game from Nate Thomas on that left side, and we really going. And let's also get Hunter Lukey in this game. They ain't going to be looking for him. Throw them little screens and all, because Lukey, when you drop him in that middle and he comes out that backfield, they don't be looking for him, and he gets sneaky games. Involve Hunter Lukey in this game too. Throw this defense off balance. You feel what I'm saying? Come with things that they are not ready for. That's the biggest thing because we saw McCarthy's there and those guys. They score points, but it was so basic that the defense could start understanding what you're doing and they can shut you down. I need Schottenheimer to really trick the defense and put pressure on them.
Yeah, so and going back to what you're saying, you're absolutely right. Everybody's looking for Lamb and Pickens. So let me throw, like you said, throw some Hunter Lipke, some Spam Ford in there. Just flowing. I need to have a third option that they're not looking for. If Ferguson just gives me his 5 catches, catch it and fall down and give me 35 yards, okay. So can I get something? Can I get something from Hunter out the backfield? Can I get something from somebody else? And then my big time plays are gonna make big time plays. Absolutely.
So when you think about who the Chiefs have on the outside, of course Trent McDuffie is who he is, but teams don't shy away from Trent McDuffie like they do a lot of these premier cornerbacks in the league. You'll see them try him, for lack of a better word, in a lot of these games. So I wouldn't be surprised if they go at him in certain situations with somebody like Pickens who can compete for a 50-50 ball, dominate with a 50-50 ball. Let me even say it that way. But outside of him, who is their other guy? Who is the other guy that can contain CD Lamb? I think that they do it a lot with their safeties, if I believe. Their other cornerback isn't really a big name factor, but I think that their safeties are the guys who do a lot of the work opposite Trent. Now, Big Game, you mentioned Hunter Lipke. I think that the Cowboys are going to be pushing to use him anyway because of the lack of success at running back too. Javonte gets a lot of carries and he's met with contact often. So I think that they've been searching for that second guy for a while just to spell his body. And
I like Davis though.
Yeah.
Davis had a big run. He had a big 20-yard run out of nowhere. And obviously we don't count him, but he's been in the system like 3 or 4 years. It's not like they don't know him. He's been there. He just come back. So I think since he has some experience, Give him a few carries when you don't think it's going to come to spell Williams, because just like you were saying, he's got, he's the Cowboys' bell cow right now. So you're getting closer to the stretch run. You want him fresh. You're trying to
Yeah.
make a run. You want him fresh. So that's why, just like you were saying, got to throw some Luke in there. You got to throw
Yeah.
your other back in there. You got to make that happen because you want to continue to maybe lighten his load a little bit. So if you're doing a stretch run, he can come in hard if you're making this playoff run.
Absolutely.
I mean, you got to find somebody to be able to spell him because I don't think Jaden Blue
I hate
wants
that
to
Blue
play.
doesn't do it.
I mean,
I didn't mean to cut you off, Chris. I hate that. I hate that.
You're right on cue, bro. I would love to have a 1-2 punch of a Javonte
Damn.
Williams and Jaden Blue, with having the explosion, but I can't get that from him. So I'm gonna have to manufacture running yards any way possible. So I'm looking for Hunter Limpke to give me something. So I'm gonna have to go power, and then maybe get a burst with Malik Davis. So. And I don't have a problem with that because Malik Davis runs like a man who got to pay the rent. He runs like a man that the light bill is, he got a cutoff notice. He runs with purpose and determination to try to get it done. So as long as Malik will do that, that's fine. But like you said, we're all disappointed in Jaden Blue, and we didn't go out and get another guy at the trade deadline to kind of spell him, to be able to spell Javonte because he is a contact runner. So, you don't have a home run hitter, but you do have a stable a running game. I just want them to get back to what they said they were going to do, big game, at the beginning of the year. They said that they were going to be a downhill running football team. They were going to be physical. They were going to impose their will. And these next couple of games, you're going to get teams you want to impose your will to set the tone so that they turn around and they shift, and then you can exploit where they're kind of weak at. And that's what I want to see. That's what I definitely want to see.
So we got the comment here from Fred Johnson. And he mentioned, the battle of Chris Jones and our interior offensive line. Chris, I want you to start. What do you think we're going to do to counter Chris Jones?
I mean, well, the thing about it is that, our guard center guard combination is one of the better interior offensive line trios in all of football. So, I think when Chris Jones does his best work is when he can go and find the scrub. The problem is ain't no scrub inside. Mm-hmm. There's no scrub inside. So that means you kind of want to maybe move him outside and have him go against Nate Thomas where we can go and get help. And if I can get Chris Jones out of the middle and I can exploit those other two guys, that might help me get my running game going a little bit more effectively and efficiently. So I don't think you want to be in there dancing with them jokers right there, because all three of them across the board hold their own. They work together well. So I'm not really worried about them. I'm more worried about Nate Thomas.
As you should be. Big Game, what you think?
I'll go ahead and echo that, and I think the biggest thing with you feel good in going to that matchup because number one, Booker came back from injury and has just been very, very good. He hasn't came back from injury and fell off, and that's a rookie. So y'all excited about that pick right there. If you watch that game, him against Jalen Carter, he had a lot of one-on-ones, and he was holding his own, against one of the better defensive linemen in the league right now. You didn't hear about Jordan Davis. You didn't hear about Jalen Carter. Okay, the Eagles' defense is one of the better defenses in the league, and one of the reasons why there's better defenses in the league, and they don't blitz a lot. Because they got that front. When you can contain a front like that and do what you did, okay, you're feeling good. You win 2,400 extra points on that defense. So my thing is put some double teams because Cooper Beebe's an animal. That's a 325 power. Booker, that's a 325 power. Tyler Smith, that's 330 power. And that's the difference. And that Booker's a Bama boy. That's a big difference too. Keep getting them Bama boys and them Georgia boys and them SEC boys. That you see what happens when you get them boys. It's different when you get them boys.
I mean, I'm a big proponent. I understand that, but they play big time football all across the country. But those two guys,
I know, but the South is. Hey, I'm out here in Ohio, so I'm OHIO. You feel me?
No doubt,
the dogs out here.
Yeah,
you feel me? But guess what? I know that SEC, them boys, they bring it, and when you get a lot of them, I mean, your team is usually good, dog.
I mean, the thing with Tyler Booker is to the point that he's just a technician, and the
Yeah.
thing about it is that you don't even have Tyler Smith at his final form because right now I think
Right.
we can all see it. He's playing injured, but in
Mhm.
him playing at 85%, he's still better than 75 to 80% of the guards in the league. So this is really going to be a game where you usually like to have your most inexperienced offensive lineman kind of a sandwich in between two guys. But I think Nate Thomas is going to be able to step up to the challenge. But we have the tight ends available to help him in those situations. So I want to go 12 personnel. Shoot, if I can go some 13 personnel to be able to save and to give some people some time, that's what I want to be able to see us do this week.
Absolutely.
This needs to be a physical game to me.
Absolutely.
You saw we were physical in this game against Philly. We were very
Yep.
physical, and that's what we've been screaming for: this team to be physical, and not be soft.
Right.
Because this team
Right.
be soft so many times. We get beat up and battered, and oh, they ain't tough. You know what I'm saying? We are running down their throats, and they're going to end up giving it up. And we got tired of that as fans, and now we're starting to see some physicality. This needs to be another physical game.
Yeah,
Cowboys need to beat up the Chiefs, and they
Yep.
need to beat up the Lions. They need to beat up these three teams. You came and did it against these Eagles. Now you really need to impose your will on these Chiefs. This can be a close game, but it needs to be a game where you're like, okay, that was a physical game, and Dallas won the game at the line of scrimmage in the trenches.
Yeah.
That's where the Cowboys have to win tomorrow.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And in a lot of ways, excuse me, and in a lot of ways, the Cowboys have to be physical because the Chiefs generally like to blitz. They blitz,
Mhm.
and what that does though is that plays towards the Cowboys' strengths because the blitz leaves their corners isolated a lot. And if you end up having, even if it's Trent McDuffie, 1-on-1 against Pickens or Lamb, good night, Irene.
I feel good.
That's barbecue chicken.
Yeah.
So I think that if the Chiefs
You know what I'm saying?
generally absolutely finger licking,
Yeah.
So I think that if the Chiefs play the type of game that they want to, that's playing right into the Cowboys' hand. And so I think that they're gonna have to switch it up because they know the type of guy that Dak is. That Dak is Dak, even though our record is what it is, Dak is still playing top 3 quarterback football in the league.
I mean, he's playing upper tier football without question. I just think because one, he plays so well against pressure, and then he knows he can trust his guys on the outside. I don't think you want to play this, oh, hey, I'm going to pressure him all the time. But you just got to be able to keep him off balance. So I think if Spag throws blitzes at him, hey, sometimes you got to run through the blitz or catch a run blitz, maybe a draw, something like that. I think you're just going to have to if you can keep Spag off balance somewhat, then he can't get into a point where he can dictate to you what he wants to do. If you can't do that, as you've seen him in times past, he'll unleash hell on you. In the words of Maximus, in Gladiator. So I just want to see us be able to be to throw the punch. We want to throw the punch and not be to the point of playing defense so much with it and trying to duck it.
For sure.
Well, I'll tell you what, you got the defense. They're top 5 statistically defense.
Right.
They're only giving up 305 yards a game. They are giving up under 200 yards passing a game, and they're only giving up 97 yards rushing a game as a team. So both of those numbers, those are the numbers that I want to see the Cowboys eclipse. That's when we talk about the physicality. You said it. You just said it, Chris. They came after and you said it too, Frank. They sold out against Jonathan
Taylor. Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor. They sold out because we ain't worried about Daniel Jones, but
they didn't think he could
beat us.
That's true.
You feel me? But you coming against a different animal because you got a running game here, and you got to respect Pickens. You got to respect Lamb. You got to respect them too. So he might throw some blitzes, but Cowboys, when them blitzes come, make them pay.
Got to make them pay. I mean, even if you turn around where you look at the last couple of games when they played Buffalo was able to make them pay if they decided to blitz. The thing with Denver that beat them, Denver was just edgy enough to be able to catch them in certain situations so that they can work and make it advantageous for them. So I think you're going against teams. The teams they've lost to that I've seen the last couple of weeks have been teams that have had weapons enough to beat them. I think the biggest weapon with Buffalo was that big old galoot, they call Josh Allen. So
Yeah,
because that's
yeah.
all he's a galoot. And when I think of Josh Allen, I think of Hoss Cartwright from Bonanza. I'm showing my age on that because he's just a big joker, man. But he's stunning. But that's
Bananas,
what.
I feel, yeah, I
Yeah,
know,
come on,
yeah.
dog. I mean, you just think,
Yo,
man.
y'all can have that conversation. That's above my
I'm
age.
just saying, dog. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But that's a big dude. So I just think you're going against a quarterback who's poised, who plays well against when he goes against pressure, and he's got weapons now that he really he trusts and believes in. So I just think offensively we got an opportunity. And even though we are losing Tyler Guyton for this game, I just think the rest of the offensive line is adequate to handle everything else. Can handle Karlaftis, can deal with the blitzes. We just got to be able to help Nate Thomas.
For sure.
I agree.
You
I got 5 minutes, fellas.
All right, bro.
For sure. All right, so let's switch over to the other side of the ball. I want to get your thoughts. Big game. What can this Cowboys defense do to neutralize Pat Mahomes and that Chiefs offense?
Well, we talked about it earlier. Pat Mahomes, the thing about him, people don't talk about it, is underrated his running ability, his rushing ability. Everybody was talking, even when we played Jalen Hurts, you were talking how Jalen would drop them eyes, hold that ball because he don't trust himself. That ain't Pat Mahomes. When Pat Mahomes is standing down that pocket, he's keeping them eyes up. He's looking to hit you deep, hit you mid range, and he'll pump fake you with that pass and don't look like he can run nothing and get like 30 yards. And he gets them when they matter the most. If you notice that, if you're watching Pat Mahomes, he always is getting them scrambles. It'd be like 4th and 8, and he'll get 13 damn yards. And the next thing you know, they 3 more drives and they score a touchdown and hit the field goal to win the game. So I think we really got to contain his rushing ability. Shut down. I mean, obviously they don't have the run game, but I think isn't Isaiah Pacheco playing in this game?
Yeah, they just said
Pacheco playing this game. Yeah, so that's somebody we got to keep our eyes on because that man runs hard. He runs hard, and Dallas is only giving up like 50 yards a game these last 2 games. So he has to be neutralized. I'm looking at him. He has to be neutralized. And then, we talked about it. They got Worthy for Rashee Rice. That's the guy. I know they got Kelsey, but Rashee Rice, he cannot kill the Cowboys because if Rashee Rice and Pat Mahomes are having a big game, I ain't feeling good about that.
Yeah, they have the weaponry, man. That is insane, man. And we'll talk about it more in depth, man, when Big James. Yeah, listen, man. We just appreciate you coming rocking with us, man. We know you got a busy schedule, man. Yeah, man.
I appreciate you asking,
man. I love you, man. We'll have to talk at another time because I be so when you and your producer, y'all up there, y'all rolling up that. I smoke cigars. So I want to kick it when y'all getting it in, but I just smoke cigars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I be sounding like, that's what I want to do. So I'm gonna tell B.
And we gonna do it tonight.
Hey, there you go.
We smoke the big ones tonight, drinking and smoking tonight.
So I just want to tell you, man, I appreciate you, man, for a long time. Been a huge fan of yours, man. Always appreciate it. I was laughing earlier. You was telling me, hey, my mom live on Princess Ed. And I was like, I go around there all the time. So it's dope, man. Listen, man, tell everybody where we can find you at, man. And thank you for coming rocking with us, dog.
Well, first of all, man, I'm appreciative of both of y'all. I've been checking y'all. I've been knowing you for a while. You know what I'm saying? Just because we haven't talked, every day. I've been knowing y'all for a while. So,
no doubt.
When y'all hit me up in the inbox, I try to tell people, I don't have no big head. I be feeling like it's honored that somebody jumped in my inbox and asked me to come on. That's just very humbling to me, and I'm very grateful of that.
Yeah.
And like I was telling Frankie, y'all gonna be on our show when I get everything popping. But we're gonna be doing. Y'all gonna come in. It's gonna be fire. And we're gonna do our damn thing. But if you want to find me, you can just type in the handle BGJ. You can find it on YouTube and you can find it on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? We just keep it funky. We just try to keep it real. I don't be trying to have no fluff. I don't be trying to shuck and jive. I just try to keep it real as I can, and that's what we always gonna do. I can't do it no other way. And whether you like it or hate it, I can't help you on that part, but I gotta tell it how it is. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be me. You feel me? So I appreciate y'all. If y'all ain't doing nothing tonight, jump in the show. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be kicking and going hard, and we're gonna be talking about a lot of things. CD Lamb, all that good stuff. So jump in there and chop it up, and I'm gonna give y'all a shout out if y'all jump in there. And once again, I'm forever grateful. And let's get some more times and go Cowboys. And let's get this dub tomorrow for sure.
That's right. That's what's up, man.
Appreciate
Salute,
you,
brother.
man.
Appreciate you, man.
Salute.
Peace.
All right.
So go ahead, man. Hey, man, that's love, man. That's
that
love,
James was
man.
able to join us, but we're not done yet, chat.
Right.
We are not done yet. Chris, what do you think is the X factor for this defense to win a game against Pat Mahomes and that championship winning offense?
Well, the thing about it, more importantly, is that the thing that you have to do with Patty is, for me, like James said, Big Game James said, you don't want him to get out and scramble a lot. But the biggest thing you have to be able to do is keep pressure in his face.
Yep.
When he can avoid the outside rush. It's the pressure in his face and keeping him contained that, when he gets ready to make that move and he's going to slide to go forward, you got somebody in his face. You have to keep gap integrity with him. And I think that with Quentin Williams being with him there, as well as with Kenny Clark and with Osa playing extremely, he's being Osa again. Before he was Osa Digizua. Now he's about to just being Osa. And so got off the milk carton, has been dominant. So I just need him to continue to play and be a factor in the passing lane to just keep gap integrity. My secondary is my secondary. I was hoping that Diggs could get back this week because they got like a four-headed monster. You got Rice, you got Worthy, you got Kelsey. I think it's the Thornton kid. I want to make sure the Thornton kid is
Tyquan Thornton. Yeah, he came out of nowhere.
Right.
When they needed somebody to step up. He stepped up, established that relationship with Pat Mahomes, and now he's a weapon for him.
Yeah, and they just got guys. They got Hollywood Henderson still out there. Still running fast. Might not catch everything, but he sure as heck still fast. So they got a bevy of things going on, man. So I'm just excited to see what this defense does for a third week. Now I need to see another iteration that Flus is putting out there to see what he throws out here different, because now he's going against a guy, I call him Lord Sidious. He a guy. You got to fight him. You're going to have to fight him to the death. He's that guy.
Yeah, I do think that, like you and like James, when he was on here, mentioned, man, Pat is sneaky. He gets sneaky runs. He never looks like he's running fast.
Right.
And it's always entertaining because he does a lot of the things that we'll see guys do kind of in college, where they'll fake going out and then swing back in.
Yeah,
Pat will do that often because he knows that he'll have the refs on his side if somebody hit him while he does.
Yeah, you can't. You can't hit him, but so hard.
Yeah. Because he's the face of the league. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, he's a guy. He's generational
Absolutely.
talent, and you don't want to see him get hurt.
But one thing that I think really helps us is that Trey Smith isn't in the game. So that allows for Quentin Williams and Kenny Clark or Osa Odigizua to create pressure in the middle. Now,
absolutely.
Creed Humphrey is a guy. Don't get me wrong, but whoever their backup is, I forget his name. Let me look it up. Their backup guard, Kingsley Suamatea.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey,
that's a mouthful. Wow.
He was a draftee from last year. Good guard though. Good guard.
Okay. He's gonna have his hands full. He's gonna have his hands full. So I mean, it's a great situation because we're down our starting left tackle.
Another one that is easy to be taken advantage of. A guy named Mike Caliendo doesn't have much experience. That's who's actually going to be taking over Trey Smith's spot.
Okay, so
if Creed Humphrey tries to help him and chip and things like that, that's going to allow more for who's in front of Creed.
Right. So it goes to the point where, quote unquote, like we were expecting. On our side, hey, Nate Thomas is coming in. He's not the full-time starter, but he's got some reps. That's the pick the scrub guy over here. Now you got the same thing over here with Kansas City. So it's gonna work. It's gonna, it's a battle of attrition. You're gonna see if you can get the advantage there, and if we can keep Pat in the pocket the way it is, then we got an opportunity, to kind of force them into some things. We want to force them into some third and longs, even though third and long is third and short for them. But you want to force them where they got to have a little bit more time to let the roster develop. And we got a chance to get to them. I need a big game. I need a big game tomorrow. I know we're expecting a big game from Quentin Williams. We're expecting a game big game from Osa Odigizua. I'm expecting a big game for my young rookie, Desmond Izaraku.
Yeah.
I need one from him. I need one from him. Thanksgiving Day, have a straight coming out party.
Yeah, I agree with you because like some people would say, oh, Donovan kind of cooled off on his pass defense, over the last 2 weeks, but it could just be that Quinnen has heated up. You know what I'm saying? Quinnen
Right. Yeah, it'll take as long. Donovan ain't had the chance to get there. Because Q's up in everybody's face. You're right.
But I also think that Donovan has gotten better over the last few weeks in his run stopping. So when it comes to guys like Isaiah Pacheco, who's a very hard runner, they got Kareem Hunt, who's been old reliable for them for the last however many years. Donovan, I think, is going to be someone who helps on the outside because as much as we talk about that the Cowboys can take advantage in the middle, I'm sure that the Chiefs know that they have an issue in the middle as well. So they're going to try to work outside where our edges haven't been as strong as our interior guys.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing about it is that they've been better as the last couple of weeks. You've been able to see Jadeveon Clowney, start working the rush really off to be a strong run stopper. You can keep that rotation as well with Sam Williams, with Desmond Izaraku, and with Dante Fowler to be able to keep that rotation pretty fresh and keep going. And as Izaraku's gotten better at the run, if I can force you more on the run, then I can let Fowler be what he is, a situational pass rusher,
and
help out in those areas.
If you force them into the run, then same thing with Clowney. Clowney
absolutely, absolutely, yeah, he definitely does that. So the run game the run defense has just been night and day the last 2 weeks, and it just doesn't remind you how they just got gashed for over like 200 some odd yards when they played Denver. They only look like the same football team.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
Definitely excited about that.
Now, Chris, if I had to talk about a concern, I'm a little scared of how this Chiefs defense can take advantage of our secondary.
You mean Chiefs off? You're talking about the Chiefs offense can take care. Yeah.
Thank you. Siobhan Revel had his few snaps last week. And Kalen Carson, maybe got a little tightened up on the sideline, cramp or whatever. Man, they better hydrate that man. That man better get hydrated, get an IV a couple hours before the game.
I mean, if I look, I think we had full participation from everybody except for Tyler Guyton. Mm-hmm. So I think everybody getting on the show, but it's still gonna have to be part of the rotation. My biggest question is Trayvon Diggs, is he gonna play tomorrow?
Probably not.
You look? I mean, okay.
I looked it up earlier, and he hasn't really gotten the all clear yet. So I'm assuming not. Just for the moment, he hasn't gotten all clear yet.
Man, that I don't know what that good. Okay, anyway, yeah.
He must have fell in the attic or something like that.
I don't know, man. I don't know if he got caught with Macaulay Culkin Home Alone and got beat up. Oh goodness gracious, man, come on, yo. But hey, man, we're gonna have to reach out to some people about that. Yeah, but nevertheless, I gotta figure it out. My thing is still going to be the combination of these guys, man. It's going to be Sharon Revel. It's going to be Kalen Carson. It's going to be Deron Bland. It's going to be what's 27's number? What's his name? I don't even know that dude's name.
On Dallas or on Reddy Stewart.
Yeah, Reddy. It's going to be Reddy. Going to have to be ready.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to have to hope for the best, man. I'm going to have to hope for the best. I think my linebackers is going to have to, really help out in a lot of different areas. I may have to do something I don't want to do a lot of. I might have to even spy Patty to get to the point of getting where I want to get to. Because
I get
it. Points are probably going to be at a premium, and I want to kind of dictate the tempo of the game. You follow me? I really want to get our rushes up to maybe 30, maybe even 35 rushes this game. Not so much keep away, but just trying to be dominant.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Trying to break people's will. I get it.
Yeah.
Man, I think that in order for that to happen, you got to have a reliable second guy. I'm not sure if. Don't get me wrong. They know Malik. Malik is a familiar face to them. They're comfortable with him. I'm not sure. I can't be so sure if Malik can be able to handle 12 to 15 touches.
No, but if I turn around and get 18 to Javonte, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can split another 18 between Lipke and Davis, 9 apiece.
It would be nice.
Listen, I need everybody. I need anybody but number 9. I need anybody but number 9 to touch the ball tomorrow. Unless he's getting it on punt return, kickoff return. And I don't want him touching the ball. No other. I don't need no little offensive razzle dazzle with him in any shape, form, or manner.
I don't need no kerfuffles. My mama say that all the time. My mama say she don't want no kerfuffles all the time.
I don't want a pimp named Slickback on the field at any point in time trying to do anything offensively.
Yeah. So Fred Johnson once again in the chat. Hey, appreciate you for hanging out.
Appreciate you, Fred.
He said that he hopes our cornerbacks press a little bit more to disrupt the timing. I'm not so sure how I feel about that because one false move and Xavier Worthy's speed can take advantage.
Yeah, but I don't think. But I got Malik Hooker back there. I know he's back and he's playing. Is Wanye Thomas back?
I gotta check, but keep going.
Yeah. So if I got Malik and Wanye back there in certain situations, I know I got some guys who can run. So it's gonna be to the point I need to be able to disrupt timing sometime. Because we don't have like that one defensive end, Fred, that can just make a play and get through and get after the quarterback a certain kind of way. So we're kind of at a disadvantage with pass rushing. Even though I want a big game from Izaraku, I still haven't seen him do it yet. I'm hoping for him to have that breakout game. Talk to me, B.
So I think that when it comes to, guys like Wanye or whoever's there, if it's Dono, which I liked what they did with him last game, they had him forward more.
Yeah, at all times. None of that backward stuff.
I think that I would rather choose Dono because of that. It seems like, and we only have a 1-game sample size, that Eberflus played to his strength, and that was because he got pressure with 5 guys. He didn't have to blitz any linebackers, blitz any DBs or anything. It was just 3D tackles, 2 edge rushers. You know what I'm saying? And if you can do that, and if you can have Donovan be the guy who comes down and gets a good tackle because that's what he does, then you can have Pat playing on his back foot most of the game.
Hey, listen, I need to disrupt Pat as much as I can. He's going to get some things off. I don't need him to be comfortable. The last thing I need is Pat to be comfortable. Yeah. And in the way they've been playing this year, people have kept him uncomfortable all year. Mm-hmm. So that's the goal to win in this football game. I
do think that as the field gets shorter, like the Cowboys' defense is not very good in the red zone. They allow a touchdown on almost 70% of their opponents' red zone visits.
Okay.
But I think that they've also shown, and this might sound a little bit contradictory, they've shown a certain amount of clutchness in those areas as well. Like look at last week when we got that timely sack on Jalen Hurts. I think that you don't want to play with fire because of course your defense has allowed a lot of scores, especially in the red zone. Not even necessarily huge plays, just when teams get in that 20, score.
Money. Yeah.
But you want to have Pat throwing the deep ball as much as possible because he struggled with that this year. When Pat had Tyreek Hill, he could just fling the deep ball, and this was in his earlier years. He could just
absolutely
Tyreek down there somewhere, right?
Right.
And he could adjust to it. But now that he has Worthy in his second year, Rashee Rice going into I think like year 4 or whatever. This year he's been inaccurate on those deep balls. He's been overthrowing guys, and it's not like it's great defense. They'll have 2, maybe 3 steps on a DB and just get overthrown. They haven't been able to adjust with it. So I think that if you put Pat in a situation where he has to throw deep, that gives you a little bit more comfort than those intermediate throws where he's money.
Well, hey, listen, I don't want to say it out loud because I'm not threatening him to throw the deep ball because Patty may be listening and say, okay, I'm about to go dial it up. So I just want to make I want to make them have to drive the field. Does that make sense? And
Yeah.
they've been doing that. They've been at 10, 12, 15 play drives and getting maybe a field goal or having at the last one make a mistake or not connect to end up having to kick a field goal. So my goal is to keep them in that same realm. 10, 12, 15 play drives, eating a lot of clock and getting a field goal. Or doing that, making a mistake in and having to punt or something of that nature. But for us, I think if they continue to make those long drives and have to eat up so much clock, it kind of plays into our advantage. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Chris, the last time that we played the Chiefs in 2021, I think it was. I was at that game.
You're talking about? Oh yeah,
Kansas City.
Yeah, you froze.
Yeah,
you froze that day.
It was freezing, but also probably the most fun game that I went to. Not because of the game, but because of the fans. Like Kansas City fans always good in my book. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Kansas fans are in
because they looked at you like, oh, hey, way to come up here. You dealt in the cold. We're the best team in football, and we're glad you came out to see us. Thank you for your patronage. That's how they were handling you. Because they weren't feeling threatened that you could whoop them.
Yeah. This year, Chris, I wish that I would have been able to make it down to Dallas because I got a big different feeling about the team this year. Last time we played, Pat Mahomes was Pat Mahomes. They didn't win the Super Bowl that year, but he was Pat Mahomes.
He was Patty. Yeah, he was Patty at that time.
They did win the chip.
They won it that year. Yeah, he did win the 2021. Yeah.
So, dude, I know that there's a certain amount of discomfort with the fans because of the way that he's playing. I know it is. And the reason that I know my brother's a Chiefs fan. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah. Not like a new Chiefs fan either. He's been a fan since like the Trent Green days.
You did tell me. Yeah, you did tell me. He been rocking one for a while.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Hey.
But I know that with the fan base, there has to be a certain amount of discomfort. So let me ask you this question, Chris. This will probably be our last one. If you had to pick an X factor player for this game, and this could be on offense or defense, who do you think it is?
My X factor player for this game, X factor. You know what, man? My X factor player for this game, and I said before, is Desmond Izaraku. I want him to be my X factor game. I want him to have his breakout game, have a 2-sack game, just be disruptive over the field, and just be that guy. That's my X factor for this game.
Okay. If I had to pick one player, it would be Javonte Williams for me. I think that Spagnuolo, I think that he is wise enough to know, okay, we can't sell out and make Dak beat us with his arm, because they know that Dak is a well-established veteran, and even if you just isolate it to this year, playing top-tier football, right? So I think that you have to establish that run early and using that physical type of running that Javonte's been doing all year in order to force them to try to contain the run, which will then open up the pass. Gotcha. So I already said it. I'm looking for Javonte to get to 1,000 yards. He needs 104 yards.
Okay.
I'm expecting a big game from him.
All right. So Javonte Williams, Dizzy Izaraku, those are our players. What's your score, B?
Score. I think that the Cowboys can win, Chris. I think that the Cowboys can win, and they will squeeze out a win 34-27.
Wow.
1-score game.
34. Another one-score game. 34. How you getting to 34, bro? That's an odd number, bro.
Odd number, ain't it? You gonna
yeah. What you going what?
Unlike last week, I think that they will take the points if they are in field goal range or
okay. I see what you're saying. Okay.
I see them being a little bit more prudent and taking the points.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I think this is an opportunity. Short week. Guys are still a little coming off that big emotional win. We're still kind of playing off the love and remembrance of our fallen brother, Marshawn Nealon. I think the Cowboys win. I think we keep marching towards the playoffs. I think Shotty gets his gets his stuff together because he was questionable last week.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think what you saying with Javonte going over time, I think he has a big Thanksgiving Day. I think the Cowboys pull this one out. 28-13.
Oh,
I think
wow.
the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs struggle.
Two-score game.
I got a 2-score. I think the Chiefs struggle. We pull a late score out late to make it seem like a 2-score game, but it's like a tight game all the way through.
Okay.
You know,
I can take it.
Something like something like with 17-13, and then all of a sudden like something fluky happened, pick, and then we or fumble recovery, and then we go and score, and it's 24-13, and we get out of there.
For sure.
Yep.
For sure. Hey, I can dig it, and I would love to see it. I would love to see it.
Without question.
If that in-box score is more than 7 points, that makes good for all of the pundits the following day. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to see it.
Hey, listen, I just need a dub because at the end of the day, I'm trying to survive in advance.
Yep.
I'll be honest with you, I'm trying to get past these next two. So we got the Chiefs, then we got the Lions, and who we have after that?
Chiefs, Lions, I think Vikings.
Okay.
Wait, is it the Chargers or is it the Vikings? Is it the Chargers or the Vikings? Let me see.
Dude, it don't get easy at all. I'm trying to get to them last two janky games.
The Vikings I think can be had, but that's neither here nor there.
Hey, I'm just trying to get to the games that me and you can get in against the Commanders and against the Giants.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Them are the games I'm trying to get in. So,
absolutely.
But we still got a long way to go. Mm-hmm. But listen, man. It's 8:23 on my side of the world, and I got to get back to my duties in the kitchen, man. Mm-hmm. Listen, bro, thank you so much, man. And thank everybody that came. Fred, thanks for coming and rocking with us, man. We are two brothers, man, who love this sport, love this game, and we definitely love our Cowboys, man. Thanks for coming and kicking with us. B ain't got the QR code in the corner, but make sure you got to do the fort. It ain't even up there. I don't even see it, dog.
It's there.
Okay, all right then. Yeah, hey man, I'm blind. I'm like back in the day with Run DMC. I'm blind and I can't see. But if you see it, make sure that you like, you share, you subscribe, and make sure you leave a comment down there. I think the comment is down there. Hey, here it is. If you have to deal with what's your favorite Thanksgiving dessert? Yeah,
Chris? Sweet potato pie is undefeated.
Come on, man. Hey, man, that's the go-to, baby. That's the go-to.
Undefeated, Chris. Second place, peach cobbler.
Hey, man, you can have all the peach cobbler you want to, man. I'm a sweet potato pie guy, and then I'm going to do a cheesecake. You know what I'm saying? Cheesecake, you ain't got to do no ice cream. Because with the sweet potato pie, you put the ice cream in there, and you smash it in there, and you mix it all up, man. But definitely, man. Happy Thanksgiving to your family, too, Fred, man. Appreciate you. Listen, man, we the two dudes hanging out, man, at Wawa, making sure, hey, man, you got some change? Hey, brother, you got some change? No, people don't even carry money no more. How much you need? 13 cents. 13 cents, dog. Help me with that. But, man, we love it, man. We together will always be Frankly. I am Chris, man. This is my main man, Brandon. We will forever be Frankly Football. So until next time.